Hello everyone and welcome back for another edition of 8 Minutes with Aaron. I am of course your host Aaron, and today we're going to take a little step back from everything we're talking about with wrestling and Funko Pops, and we're going to dip our toes a little bit in some Everquest 2 news. Well, not news, just about me and my character. So let's get rolling with a fresh edition of this guy right here, Aaron. Everquest 2, an MMO that I have been playing for many, many years. I think they just hit either the 20 or 25th anniversary. I have no idea. I sometimes don't like to think about it because then I just think of all the time that I've put into this game, and giving it up just seems like it ain't ever gonna happen because last time I did that, well, as you can see, the Funko Pops started to come and flood into my life. But it doesn't matter anymore. EverQuest 2 came out, that big juicy expansions, Scars of Destruction, and I have been playing it for the last 3 to 4 months, and now I am finally dipping my toes, as I said in the beginning of the video, into the next content, which is the Tier 2 raid. Now, the Tier 2 raid 1 wasn't too bad. I gotta say, it was a little lackluster, a little disappointing. Once you start getting the strategies down, the fights just seem a little bit boring. And you're just trying to get the gear through all the zones and buying boxes just so you can get to the next tier of the raid zone. So now we're going in Tier 2, which you need 11,015, which I have plenty of resolve for. And then there's a Raid 3 zone, 4, and the 5. Holy shit, the resolve is gonna be boo-doo-doo-doo-doo. I don't even want to know those numbers. And to be honest with you, most of the people in my guild aren't even at that level. Speaking about my guild, we did complete the Tier 1. I can buy these new Crate 7 boxes for the 525 gear. But here's my problem that I'm having currently. My DPS is probably, out of the 24 raiders, I would say like the 6th or 7th. On a good day, I'm going to say a 4 or 5 if I'm in the right group. Now, I am a tank. A tank isn't supposed to do a ton of damage more than a caster or shit like that. But for some reason, my guild leader just likes to keep them in. Now, I get it, I'm a tank, and maybe I don't give a lot of buffs to a lot of people, but I give plenty. A lot of health, a lot of crit, a lot of everything else, and I'm on time, which I have to rush home after a Friday dinner or a Saturday work shift just to be there on time. Alright, so I did jot some notes down that I did want to touch base with you guys. Well, I did have it here. What did I write down here? Alright, so it looks like I cleared all the time achievements I wrote down. I don't know, it's for some kind of white adorns. That's pretty decent. The next Tier 2 zone, or the, whatever I said, the 1115 John, or 11,015 John, the zone is called Black Hook Spiral Spiritual Terror. And I just cleared the Scars of Destruction zone, Thawed Marshes. That was the T1 zone. I also was able to get 3 of my silver weapons, which is pretty decent, because in the last expansion, my guild, we weren't really killing a lot of avatars, and I think I'm at a pretty good rate now, but once I get to the gold and platinum, that's going to be a little shitty if I'm not included in every single raid and every single mob, because it's going to set me back some. But I do have 3 of the silver weapons, and they are 545 weapons. Bing! That's helping with that resolve boost. Alright, what else did I put down here? Oh, I wrote 4 of the names of the mobs in the T2 zone that I'm going to kill next, which I can't pronounce these son of a bitches all, but it's the Stalking Dawnbreaker, the Something Narration, the Hexatonic Narration, Zephyrus, the Void Stalker, and something else, the Husk. Granted, I have not entered the T2 zones yet. There have been other guilds on the server or worldwide. FOE, which is #1 worldwide on the whole server, and worldwide, I guess I'm just repeating worldwide constantly. They have gone through the T2. They actually may have completed it. I haven't really searched or did any information or dig in or even asked any of the FOE members I have my static group with, which probably would have been a good idea, as I did want to talk about my last mob that I almost completed yesterday for that 515 cloak. Remember, there were 6 challenge mobs that I had with a static group I was trying to kill prior, and then my boy Gimpy left, and then Psycho left, and then my boy Tycro just deleted all his tunes. Just deleted it, like it was nothing. So, I don't know what the hell's up with that. I'm not reaching out to that dude. He probably was some influence from Akarim or JR, that asshole. I don't know what the hell he's doing with himself, but he's just not a good influence. Anyway, Lord Tarinax, who is in the zone, Black Hook, Spiral, Corrupted Caldera, almost beat that sumbitch yesterday. We spent about an hour and a half on this mob. Unfortunately, we were unable to kill this dude. I think there has to be a different setup in the amount of going after the ads that come with it. Like, you're in a big circle and then the spiritual dudes are around you and they do and they put like a defensive thing on this mob. But I think we're focusing too much on the fodder trash and not enough time on the main trash. Now, before it would mean a lot to me if I got this cloak, but now that I've got the T1 cloak, which is a 525 and it's a double slot, do I even really need this accomplishment? Yes, I do need this triumph. Yes, I do need to beat Lord Tarnak, because this son of a bitch, for the last couple months, has been the only thing that has been a huge setback in me completing whatever I had to do in Everquest 2. Now, I do my groups every single Monday, Thursday, and Sunday. That's a lot, right? That is a ton of grouping. But yeah, it's getting me closer and closer to finally beating this dude. Even though my resolve is at the T2 level, I cannot beat this effer who is a H2. And that resolve is like 10,625. I think it should be a lot easier and it should take more damage. But Everquest 2 logistics and however Crawl, I think his name is, who creates these zones and these mobs, I don't know what he's thinking. Maybe he just doesn't want these things to be beaten. But if we're going through the raid zones so much quicker and this one mob just can't be killed, doesn't that say a lot for how you're creating and formulating, and you're just an asshole for how hard you're making one single mob. Now, yes, that's just me because I want to beat it and I want to move on and get past it, but I'm still going to do the H2 zones. I still got to get these little freaking... I'm showing you guys. Yeah, this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a big circular chunk. No, it's like a token, and you buy boxes with these tokens, and I still need to get the next set of Resolve gear. So here, I got to keep going after it, right? Anyway, I have a group tonight, and of course, WWE Raw is on. So if this video comes out on Tuesday, it's because I had time to watch Monday Night Raw and put out a video. But overall, my experience right now on EverQuest 2, and whether I have to give it an up or a down, I'm going to give it a up because... though I do like my groups, I'm not liking my position in raid because I feel that I should be, and I feel like I'm being put right into the middle, and that just ain't cool. My name is Aaron. Thank you for joining me with 8 Minutes with Aaron. I will see you next time with more stuff, more things, and hey, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave down in the comments what you want to see, what you don't want to see, and I will see you guys all later. See you later. Bye-bye.